Okay, just wanted to do a quick follow-up on our potato beds that we planted back 2 months ago, right after St. Patrick's Day, or right around St. Patrick's Day. So we kind of did an experiment. We were on this potato bed. We kind of like alternated our potatoes and planted more of them. And then on this one, we did like a single row down the middle, and then we did vegetables on either side. So this one, these are our Irish ridges or lazy beds. And you can see that we just did a quick weeding this morning, but honestly, the main weeds are just like along the bottom here. And it really wasn't bad to weed. So we just kind of, anything that didn't have seeds, we threw in between the potato beds. So we had planted, you can see the potatoes are doing great. And we also planted a whole bunch of other kind of companion plants with them. So I just wanted to show you how they're doing. So we've got cabbage coming, some beautiful purple kale that's totally harvestable, some broccoli, purple cabbage, more purple kale, more broccoli coming up.
You know, left it there.
Everything is really coming in great. And these will be ready to harvest before our potatoes are. Sean's just kind of trimming the rest of the edges, right, babe?
A little chop and drop.
Yep. And then on this side, these ones are not growing quite as fast, but we have some plants that are sort of tucked under here, like kohlrabi. We got some more cauliflower, cabbages, but they were smaller when we originally planted these ones. So they're just kind of coming a little bit behind the other ones. Some more kohlrabi. I did like that we were able to get other crops planted with our potatoes. These are just some of the weeds we pulled out and threw on top. And then our chives are coming in great. We have a whole bunch of other cabbages, kohlrabi, cauliflower, some broccoli, all along the sides here. I probably should have done some more herbs, but we will be able to see in the end, you know, how our potato crop was underground here. But so far they look beautiful. We did plant these before our Ruth Stout bed, and our Ruth Stout bed is coming in, but it's not coming in as fully as the other one. Although, like I said, it was earlier, so in a couple of weeks this could look very different. I didn't put any other plants in with these, so we'll see how the actual potato yield is. And I did have another potato bed that I did even later. It's over here. And it does have potato plants coming up, but we're probably going to cover those again. So you can see they look beautiful. And honestly, these potatoes, we had two cold snaps, right, Sean?
Yeah.
That we thought we lost them, and they recovered from, thankfully. So they weren't really long cold snaps, like it was like a day or two where the temperatures really dropped and the leaves wilted and went brown. And then we put more compost on top to sort of give them a boost, and then they recovered. And then we got another one a little bit later. Same thing happened. And now I think we're past the cold snaps and they're looking great. But our plan for today is that we took off our We've had a net, an electric net around them to keep the chickens out of this space. And so that's been really helpful for allowing them to grow without any issue. And we took that net and we put it around the rest of our garden. So we are going to cover these with just garden fabric and hoops to try to keep any chickens or pests off of the plants that are there and let them grow a little bit more. So that's our plan for today. And I'll do an update to kind of show you how that looks when it's all finished. Sean, what do you think? Do you like this way of growing them?
I do. So far, so good.
It wasn't too bad, right? We haven't had a ton of weeds.
No, hardly any weeds.
Not a big amount of weed pressure. We got some weeds down at the bottom here that were very easy to pull out and they weren't disturbing any of our plants because they weren't growing where the plants were growing. And then we've had some really heavy rains, right?
Right.
And
so they act as swales, and it really just doesn't flood them out too bad. It's pretty much like raised beds.
yes, it ends up, so these middle areas have been really helpful for when we got really heavy rains. We do have cardboard in the middle here and some grass, but you know, you could see them flood, but then the water would just sort of seep into the garden beds around them, and the plants themselves didn't seem flooded out at all. And underneath all the compost, they still seem really moist. So we haven't watered these at all?
I watered them once.
We maybe watered them once in the last 2 months. So they're doing great. And that's how they are. So I'll do an update when we cover them, just to kind of show you how they look when they're all done and let you know how that works out. Yeah, the chives look good. So I like this method. I think they're coming in great. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, and share to Full and Family Farm. And I'll be posting more updates soon.